Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing a top 5 countdown. I'm going to be counting down my top 5 favorite or moments I thought were the absolute best in one of the biggest episodes of The Walking Dead we've ever had, Season 6, Episode 2, JSS, Just Survive Somehow. This episode was absolutely crazy. If you guys have not seen my review for episode 2 yet, major spoiler warning for JSS, you can go ahead and click their spoiler warning for this video you're watching now as well too, because we're going to talk about the top 5 best moments of the episode. So check out the full in-depth review, check out my predictions for next week's episode, episode 3, which is called Thank You. Can't wait for it. And yeah, definitely check out those 2 videos. Like I said, spoiler warning. So top 5 best. This is a hard one to do because this episode was absolutely crazy. I mean, there was so many parts after about the first half. Once it starts, once Carol's looking out her window, sees the initial first kill, so much for the pasta maker. From then on, you see the Molotov cocktail kill and just all kinds of craziness as things are just starting to erupt, so to speak, with the wolves starting to flood in everywhere. We get the sense there was probably somewhere around 15, I'd say more than a dozen, that got in, because actually 5 were able to leave because Morgan allowed them. Well, kind of allowed them to, didn't kill them, even though some probably would have gotten away anyway if they started running. It would be hard for him to kill all 5 of them with his bow by himself. But he was definitely able to take them down and stop them, which is one of the best parts of the episode as well too. And there's just so many. We've got the beginning of it. We've got Richard getting smoked with a Molotov cocktail. We've got Carol killing the one that has the a cover on his face and the chains that go around him as she comes around from behind him and stabs him to save the lady. I mean, she still got, she still ended up dying too, but Carol was able to put her out of her misery. So that was another good one. We've got Morgan saving Gabriel by, hitting the one bigger wolf. You've got the Hey AJ scene where she shoots down Hey AJ. She shoots them both undercover, so to speak. She's a spy. This was TF2. She would be a spy, so that was crazy. And then, of course, the zoom out at the end was amazing. So all of those are kind of ones that I took into consideration. But for me, my top 5 best moments of this one, let's start with number 5. Number 5 is when we see Jessie kill the female wolf that gets into her house with her, hair clipping scissors. She's good with those scissors, man. She can really cut hair, and apparently she can cut chest pretty good too. So it's crazy, man. She just keeps going and keeps going and keeps going. It was absolutely brutal, gory, vicious, crazy scene. It was exactly what it needed to be. So many of these were in what was probably overall the goriest episode ever, even though 4 Walls and Roof from season 5 would also, up until now was probably the biggest. This one had even more, kills and more slashing and hacking and all kinds of craziness. So that's number 5 going to Jessie. Glad to see she's okay and, was able to protect her kids, so to speak, and do so in absolutely vicious fashion. Crazy. That's number 5. Number 4 is going to be when the truck slams into the wall. Spencer, you've got him shooting down the guy who's driving, and it just absolutely just goes right into it. The horn goes off, and just, oh man, really, really crazy. The initial, good angle, good camera shot, when it just slams into it, just boom, and just, it ties into where we left off in episode 1, where we knew the horn was going off from a truck, and it just kind of like, okay, this is where we're at right now. In episode 1, when we saw everyone from the group, the zombies turn towards Alexandria, and everyone kind of panic and start running back. This is the exact moment when it happened in terms of their perspective, which was really cool to see them kind of just sync up. I love when they do that. And then number 3 is when Carol just shoots him. So you've got Morgan and you got Gabriel, and they're like tying this guy up. He's delirious. He's talking about, people don't belong here anymore, this kind of thing. We get the sense that the wolves have lost a great deal of themselves, and they behave basically just like animals. They can still speak, but it almost seems like they may even have trouble speaking. They're kind of just so lost that they just really don't even know what the hell's going on anymore. There's not much of humanity left. So I love it when they're like tying them up and they're considering what to do, and Carol just runs there, just boom. That's it. That's the solution. That's the correct response. There you go. Let's move forward. And she, I agree with her in that case. You don't really have much of a choice. You kind of have to do that. So that's number 3. Number 2 is when Carol kills Mr. Slow, so the guy with the axe, who was very scary. And even though he just had kind of a quick line in the standoff between him and Morgan, the way Carol comes around, he kind of goes to get ready to swing in and just try to brute force Morgan, so to speak, which I do think Morgan would have been able to take him either way. I think he would have been too fast for the guy. I think the guy was too reckless, even though sometimes that can win anyway in fights. But I do think Morgan's too skilled for him. I think he's just too kind of barbarian, ruthless, and just kind of crazy. You've got Morgan in front, and then Carol comes up and boom, in and across from behind. Really great stab kill. Was really exciting part to see that one. That guy was scary, so that was cool. Carol come to the rescue, so to speak. And then, even though Morgan probably could handle it. And then the number 1 for me was the kind of final scene or second last scene, where you see Morgan and he faces off against a rematch against the black-haired wolf from season 5 near the end there, who was basically the first wolf we met in the series. And Morgan ends up actually seemingly killing them, as far as we can tell. It'll be interesting to see, if that's exactly what they meant by the scene. But my interpretation of Morgan apologizing before he kind of comes down and cracks him around with kind of a down push is that the guy was basically down and out unconscious, and Morgan just basically hit him in the head. So that's it. He should be dead. He should be done. And Morgan walks away afterwards. I wanted to include the scene at the end where they zoom out and you just see all the bodies everywhere and how different it is from our normal shots of Alexandria, where we see the community. It's like so clean and beautiful and proper, and everybody's playing and having a good time. And now it's just like bodies everywhere. It's like, oh man, crazy. So what a gory, horrific, insanely awesome episode of The Walking Dead, season 6, episode 2. Oh man, craziness. Catch my breath after watching that one. Write your comments below. What are your top 5 favorite moments from the episode, guys? Which ones did you think were the best? There's also one with Carl. He had some cool ones too. Talking about if they got in, they're dead. They're all gonna die. They're gonna die, all of them. If they got in, they're done. That's it. We're gonna kill them all. Which was very Governor-esque. I like that. Except I do think they maybe should have rewritten that too. We're gonna kill them all. So that would have been cool. So instead of all of them, make it more Governor-esque. Kill them all. So that would be cool. All right, next. Okay, so that's it. For this one, write yours below, your choices below, guys. And if you like the video, please thumb it up. I do appreciate it. Please share. Please favorite. And if you're new and you want to subscribe at the bottom left. That's it for this top 5 countdown, guys. Check out the review. Check out the predictions. I'll see you guys again tomorrow. As always, it's Trev, and I'm saying peace.